Konnichiwa! Okay, so this has been bugging me for quite a while. A while ago during the summer before I came, when I was reading, blogs or whatever about Japan, and one commenter stated that, when you go to Japan, like, perceptions that you already had about it are, like, wiped away by reality, basically, right? So I had my first experience with that, sort of, when yesterday, no, I'm sorry. Today is the 5th of December. Starting from December the 1st, Shushoku Katsudo, job hunting, officially began for, I guess, not just our university, but just to be safe, I'm going to assume, for our university, December 1st, you can officially start job hunting. What that means is starting your junior year here, Sanense, um, you put on a suit, you go fill out, a couple dozen applications for jobs, and you have to go through like, multiple rounds of interviews, for one company, and then you get the job, and then you are guaranteed a job after graduation. I mean, it sounds awesome, right? And I mean, it is, but for me, it makes me really sad because this is the thought that I had, right? You're a Japanese kid. You go through hell from the second you get into school. I mean, what is it? Elementary school, middle school, high school. You're working your ass off, right? Because you gotta get the greatest grades. You gotta get into the great high school. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, they want you to do well. Like it's so hard. You have to take the test to get into high school. Um, I don't think you have to for middle schools. I mean, maybe if it's like a prestigious one, yeah. But I mean, take tests to get in high school, and then you work your ass off in high school. Like they work their asses off here, right? So then by the time you're in your last year of high school, you need to already know what you're going to major in, which is, I mean, like in America, you have an idea. I think I want to do this. I'll start off with this, or I don't know. You just kind of go into it. You do whatever, you take your time sometimes if you can afford it. Um, but here, I believe you need to know what you want to do. You know, you got to know because when you apply for colleges, you enter into that department and you cannot switch. I've asked a friend, it's like, well, how hard is it to change your major? And she basically told me that it's not impossible, but it's impossible. She said something about having to, like, I don't know, maybe change colleges or something. Like you have to start over. It's like, are you serious? Like, so then there's that. And then, you have those first 2 years of college. Like, most of my friends, they studied abroad. They travel everywhere, everywhere. They study abroad, they travel for fun. They work their part-time jobs. And then all of a sudden, crunch time. Third year, all of a sudden, you've got to start job hunting, which is not, like I said, a bad thing because, I mean, you kind of want to work after you graduate, right? But the thing is here, right, you do all that process I described earlier. You get the job. When you graduate, let's see, they graduate here in March, I believe. They graduate in March. That same month, you start working at that job, and that is a job you work for the rest of your life. You stay with that company for the rest of your life until you retire. Um, so the question I've been asking myself is, what do you want to do? I want to just ask every person, all of my friends, like, what do you want to do? Like, I asked them, like, oh, what do you want to do for a job? I want to work at a company. Okay. I want to work at a company. Okay. I want to work at a company. Okay. I've gotten that same answer from multiple different people. And I'm like, no, I'm not asking you what society expects you to do. I'm asking you what you, honest to God, want to do. Do you want to work for this company? My tutor for Thursdays, his name is Aki. Aki-kun was telling me that, you apply, to a couple different companies, right? And if you don't get the one you want, and you happen to get one that you don't want, it was like your safety net one, but you had to apply for it anyways, just in case. He's like, well, it's not the one you wanted, but you don't complain about it. It's That's just what you do. You have a job that you don't like for the rest of your life until you retire. You cannot switch jobs. Um, I've heard it can be done, I think, but it's really, really hard because my Tuesday tutor, Arisa, was telling me that. I was like, okay, so for example, if you're working at, let's say, Toyota, and you want to, you kind of just want to try something different, just a whole different company, always a company, just a whole different company altogether. But you've already been working there maybe 4 or 5 years. But remember, you're not a student anymore. She was telling me that the most important part of job hunting is that you're a student while you job hunt. You have to, she said the companies want you, they want to see that, oh, he's a student, she's a student, no, she's a hard worker. I mean, it's like, it's culture, it's tradition, but that's what they want. They want you to be a student while you job hunt. She was telling me, Alisa was telling me that if you're working for this Toyota company, but you're not a student anymore, right? You already graduated. You started working in March, same month you graduated. Like, you've been working there, and you're like, I want to try something new. She said it's really hard to get another job because you're not a student anymore. I hate that. I have to admit, this is the one part of reality that I didn't expect to bother me so much, but it bothers me every day, especially since I've been seeing so many people now, in suits and stuff for job hunting. But it's like, everyone's got black hair, everyone's got the same black suit on. I mean, variations, of course, but everyone looks the exact same. And I'm like, where's the individuality? Like, I know I don't want to say for once in my life, but for once in my life, I'm honestly glad that I'm American because I'm not gonna take that kind of shit. Like, not that they're taking shit, but that's what it feels like. If I were Japanese but with an American mind, I guess, the American mindset of, yeah, I know one day I'm going to become an adult. I've got to sit down and become responsible. But I don't want to do it by becoming like everyone else and working, somewhere I don't like or that doesn't motivate me to become a better person or to actually be glad to go to work every day. Hell no! I'm not going to do that. It's been like, I said earlier that it depresses me, but it doesn't depress me so much as it makes me really fucking angry. I'm at university, the girlfriends I have now, they're all here, right? They're all in Osaka. I'm in Nagoya. They're all in Osaka. When I think about these girls that I love to death, right? Like, they've all got beautiful minds and they're talented and they're beautiful people. And when I think about my friends having to, like, pretty damn soon actually start job hunting, or already job hunting actually, dyeing their hair black and putting on the suit and going out to do things that they don't want to do. It fucking pisses me off. Like, especially when I think about my friends, because they're my friends. I'm like, you don't want to do this, and I don't want to watch you have to do this just because it's what they tell you to do. It's so frustrating. It's been bothering me, nagging at me. And it will probably nag at me for a long time. I think this will be the one thing that definitely impacts me from my time in Japan, would be that I feel like it's culture, but it's forced culture. Like, when do people do what they want to do? Are those like the actresses or I don't know, stuff like that, like the authors and you know, that's I don't know. So there's that. And then on the other hand, it's okay, is it is it just my thoughts being twisted? Because it's like, okay, I'm only 20. I'll be 21 really soon though, but I'm only 20 and I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's because I'm not going to lie, I'm naive, I'm gullible, I'm childlike. I can be serious, but I'm still not in a mindset of I've got to like settle down or whatever like that, right? So it's like, okay, maybe it's because I've still got this childlike mentality that I don't understand that this is what growing up is, right? Because I'm still not grown. I believe mentally in a way, like that. Because I'm like, well, maybe it's because of the way I think that I don't understand. That, yeah, they only have, they work so hard their entire lives only to go sit at a desk and do whatever it is that they do at that particular company. Like, they don't get to use their talents. Like, I don't understand. Like, it might just be that. Like, I've thought about that too. I'm not going to be so dumb as to say, Japan, nail the hammer down the head, no one sticks out, stuff like that. I will admit that it could definitely be like my childlike mentality, and the fact that, I don't want my friends to become these people. I don't want them to blend into Japanese society. I want them to be their own person. That's what I want. But at the same time, it's not about what I want. It's about what you have to do as an adult. And that could be it, honestly, when I think about it. That could be it. I don't want them to change. And they wouldn't change, of course, but I don't want them to have to fit into this Japanese mold. But I do want them to be successful in their lives. I just want them to be successful because it's what they want to do. So, my thoughts for so long, and I still think about it, every day. It's like, I don't want my friends to be molded. I want them to, if they want to work for the company, fine, that's fine. So, I mean, of course, people in America, my American friends, oh, I'm a business major, I want to work for this company. Yeah, I get that. It's just, I don't want them to be forced into it. Like, it really makes me sad, especially when it comes to my friends. It makes me really sad. But yeah, that's been on my mind for quite a while. And I'm glad I got that off my chest because it's disturbing to me. But yeah, so thanks for listening to my rant about the meaning of Japanese life. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a shit ton of key points, people who, do other careers other than work at a company. But in my experience, this is all that I know. So, thank you very much for watching. 皆さん、じゃね。